We talked to Westfield shoppers and Westfield designers, and what we found was a mutual love of fashion, from being inspired by classic looks to timeless textures. Whether we're buying it or designing it, fashion brings us together.
My earliest memory of being into fashion was just playing dress-ups as a kid. Fashion is clothes, but it's trends and how it changes, and it just feels good to be able to be creative and take influences and make them into something that's your own.
Inspiration really does come from the street. It comes from the ground up. It always does. You know, there's a number of things that start the senses, but you know, if you've got a particular individual that I saw walking down the street that's taken our jacket and worn it in such a way that I didn't initially picture it like that. That's why it's so important that we're constantly in tune with what these style leaders are, embracing what they're thinking and be one step ahead of that circle.
We will draw inspiration from loads of street trends. We'll go walking around the streets taking pictures of girls. We'll go to the nightclubs, to the bars, just so that we get a really good varied response of what's going on around the world. I find I'm most inspired when I'm in a busy city and I'm surrounded by loads of different nationalities, cultures, architecture, art. Life inspires me.
Bettina Liano knows her jeans really well, and she does that from season to season, but each time, you know, she brings in a new element, like a new print, a lot of like lace things and that sort of thing she does, which is nice.
Looking at people on the street inspires me. It could be a boy, it could be a girl. They'll just have some feature to the way they're dressed. It could be their shoes or just silhouettes about what people are doing on the street. Essentially, when you go spend your money on a pair of jeans or a dress, you should get some elation from that, be able to enjoy that with your friends and your friends paying you compliments.
I'm actually going to a wedding this weekend. What I'd love to get is a dress from Leona Edmonston, because she just dresses for women. The shapes always sit really nicely, and it's something that's going to go from your one season to the next. She cares about flattering the female shape, and it has a lot of colour, which is hard for women to find actually. So much black.
My inspiration comes from the things I love. So it's the 60s and the 70s, I love that era. I'm a great reader, a great researcher, so I bury myself in all my books. I've got a huge library. I love it when the ladies experiment with their own style, because that's what we really encourage them to develop their own look, their own, you know, dress up, dress down with their accessories. And I love women who have their very own signature look.
When other people give you advice, you're thinking outside the square a little bit, and that helps you sort of push the margins, and I think that's good with fashion. You should take a few risks. I think that's part of the fun of it.